Good afternoon. My name is Michael Gottesman, and I'm the founder of New Jersey Public Education Coalition. I'm here to speak to you today about several issues that are of concern to the coalition. First, over the past several years, we've heard much about parents' rights in education. It's become a rallying cry for those people who align with the right, and it's a very attractive argument. In fact, the coalition agrees every parent should have the right to be involved in their child's education. However, when the definition of parents' rights being pushed by a very vocal minority is unequally applied, the impact violates a fundamental sense of fairness. The deception is that for the other side, the only people entitled to parents' rights are those who agree with their doctrines, edicts, and religious dogma. Any person who disagrees with them is not entitled to parents' rights. They're not entitled to speak or even be part of the conversation. Those parents are dismissed, disparaged, physically threatened, bullied, and defamed. The result of this unequal application is that the freedoms and rights of a majority of parents are ignored. And when they object to the implementation, the other side, of students' learning standards formulated by this board and designed to provide safety to children, it denies freedoms and rights of parents who want their children to be taught the safety curriculum. When they call for removal or banning of books, they forget that we're restricting the freedom to read and a parent's right to have a book available that they want their children to read. And when a district passes a policy that says teachers can't express their personal opinions in the classroom, that's a violation of the freedom of expression of ideas and a denial of the fundamental right of a parent and child to have a classroom where there's freedom to be exposed to multiple viewpoints, something that we must absolutely teach our children in order for them to learn the skill of critical analysis. And further, when the parents' rights side supports sending children into classrooms with hidden cameras, it is designed to chill the free expression of ideas by both teachers and students. Now, I haven't read Orwell in a while, but a hidden camera, I think that's the definition of Big Brother, which is what they're accusing everyone of being. So let's recognize that by limiting parents' rights to only those parents who agree with them and trying to force their viewpoint on every parent, they are acting in a manner that is contrary to democratic principles, forcing their will on everyone and ignoring the right to independent thought. And because many of the claims of the parents' rights movement are based on religious doctrine, they continue to try and blur the lines between separation of church and state in the public schools. Now let's talk briefly about equity and equality in education. I think that it's important that we clearly define the difference between the two. Equality means every student gets exactly the same education without regard to any special circumstances the individual student might have. Equity means we take into account the special circumstances of every student and provide an education that will allow them the same chance at success. In summation, the phrase parents' rights, as used by the other side, is a means of restricting the rights and freedoms of parents who disagree with them. Nothing less, nothing more. And frankly, that's not the way democracy works. Finally, let's take note of the fact that the efforts of national organizations to push national agendas like parents' rights on school boards is injecting their doctrines into what is essentially a local matter. These issues are to be decided by local districts in accordance with the wishes of their residents, not national, well-funded political machines. Public schools are about providing the best education for students, not about pushing right-wing political agendas. Thank you.
Wow.